so what is the hookbill duck and why is it so special? Well, first we need to go way back into the history of these ducks. These ducks are known for foraging. Because of the shape of their bill, it's a little more curved than most ducks. This duck is only 2 months old. It'll get more of a curve. But these ducks had gone nearly extinct about 40 years ago. There were only 15 of them left in the world. And now 40 years later, it's believed that there's about 1,000 of them in the US and about 2,000 of them in the world. So why are we trying to hatch them? And why are we trying to grow their numbers? We want to help build the numbers of the hookbill duck, and then we'd love to supply other people with eggs from them as well to help build the numbers for these guys. About a year ago, we got on a waiting list for some hatching eggs. And just about 3 months ago, we got those eggs and we hatched out 2 of these ducks. So let's show you where we're at with them now. Oh no. What's going on, guy? This makes me super nervous. I just found one of our 2 hookbill ducks. One's doing great, running around right now. And this one, while able to run around and feeling pretty good and healthy, really struggling to breathe. Don't know if it's a lung issue, what's going on here. Makes me so nervous. I don't know what is going on there. I'm gonna check back in a little bit, see if there's anything I can do for that duck. No. Not even like an hour later, it's already gone.
Sad.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hatch some more out. Give them some company.
Yeah. It's one of the tough parts of farming is dealing with death and animal loss, and never fun, never something we look forward to or enjoy, but unfortunately it's part of it. Part of the deal of raising animals is that they're eventually going to die on us. And this one just seemed to come up with these breathing issues over the last, well, just this morning was the first I noticed of it. I've been checking on him every day. Sorry to see you go, buddy. All right, so you just saw one of our ducklings die. Really disappointed that we only have 1 remaining, but we've got a solution to fix that problem. That's fun. All right, so Adam from Ducktail Farm had seen our old video where we needed more hookbill ducks, and he sent us some eggs. Let's open them up. Nice. Adam was very nice to send some gifts for our boys. You guys want to open up, see what you got here? An Australian dollar for Isaiah. There's 1 ounce of silver in the form of a duck for both of the boys. Is that pretty cool? Mm-hmm. Can you say thanks, Adam?
Thanks, Adam.
All right, well, we got 9 hookbill duck eggs. They all made it safely. He did a great job packaging them. So we'll let them rest for the rest of the day. We'll start them in the incubator in the morning. All right, it is the next day and we are ready to put these eggs into the incubator. We're using our Brinzy OBZ Advanced 100. It's our top cabinet incubator. Here's our tray, here's our dividers. Let's see if this fits our hookbill duck eggs. Oh gosh, no, I just had an egg crack. All right, I've got 8 eggs. I just had an accident with one of them, putting them in here. So let's see if we can get some more hookbill ducks. It's July 24th, so these should start hatching around August 20th. 21st, somewhere in that area. We got our free-range turkey. She's coming into our garage to see what we're up to. Lurky, I don't want you in here. I don't want you pooping. You already pooped. I see that. An explosion. I don't know why this seems to happen with hookbill duck eggs, but we got these from somebody different and we still had an explosion of the egg. That means we have 7 eggs left. So it's just out here checking the eggs, doing the nightly chores, and holy smokes, we are 2.5, 3 days out, and we have some pipping starting. Right there. First little pip in the egg. How exciting. All right, the first 2 eggs. Let's see what happens. So yesterday I was a little concerned. The first egg started pipping 2 days ago, and yesterday all the eggs sat there pipped, but nothing moved forward. So I was a little concerned to not see any progress. Of course, really, eggs can take anywhere from 1 to 3 days, probably could even take 4 days to fully hatch. But now we've got 3 that are almost out, and then 3 more that are pipped that are right behind them. I'm excited to see all of these ducks hatch. All right, so with the first 3 eggs, we've been monitoring them today. First 3 are doing pretty well. 2 of them doing great. 1, there's something going on with that one. We're gonna check on it tomorrow. Hopefully it's just, not sure what's going on, but it seems to have some issues with balance and not moving around quite right. But we have 3 more eggs, and we've been a little worried about them hatching. Is that right, Becky?
Yeah, it's getting really dry, and they're not progressing at all.
What do you mean dry?
Like the shells and membrane is real dry.
Okay.
Not moist at all.
We've got a humidity pump feeding in. We've turned up the humidity on here. We don't want to have happen what happened last time, where we had, was it 4 or 5 eggs that were ready to hatch and never hatched. And so we want to help these guys, because I just don't want to risk losing them after these first 3. So this is the first egg, and this is what we're talking about, where it starts to really stick to them if you start taking them out of the incubator. And that's something we need to deal with, because they can get shrink wrapped inside this egg. This one had started to hatch, and so I've got to be careful because I can cause bleeding if you peel back too much here. And so while I don't want to totally take it out of the egg because it still has yolk that it needs to absorb, the more we can crush the egg down, it can work its way out, because it's a common issue that we're finding with hookbills, is that they're having issues hatching. I'd pecked an opening, and so I'm just looking to loosen the egg around and just peel away enough to where it can start to work its way out overnight. This is egg number 2. And this one's not moving at all. We're not hearing anything. So we're just gonna check to a point to see if there is any life still in here. So unfortunately, we got to this one too late. Fully developed, and then died somewhere over the last 24 hours in the shell. Okay, this is our 3rd and final viable egg from the last 3. And I hear pecking in there, so it's still alive, working its way out. So I'm gonna do the same thing that we did with the first egg, try to give it a chance at getting out more easily. So all I wanna do is get it to this point and then crush up enough of the shell where it can slowly work its way out. So we've got our 3 that hatched over here. Hopefully this one is progressing better by the morning. And then we've got these 2 eggs that need to finish hatching and work their way out of the shell tonight. That is the first time I've turned this incubator off since spring, and it has been running for about 4 or 5 months now or so. Now these are 2 ducks that we're a little concerned about. This one has got a leg issue. This back leg isn't moving a whole lot, but he has gained some balance here over the last 24 hours so. And this one's kind of where that one was at yesterday. This one hatched this morning and is having some balance issues and is on its back quite a bit.
So we're at the fancy chick coop. They have outgrown this space, and so we need to move the bigger chicks over to the main flock, and then we're going to combine the smaller chicks, the bantam flock, into one. Now the best way to do this, combining flocks, is to do it at night. But we keep forgetting to do it at night, and we run out of time in the daylight. So we're going ahead and splitting them out, but there's so many of them, so they won't get picked on by the main flock. But we'll go in and check on them at night to make sure they all get in. So we got the rest of the chicks here, and we're gonna let them out with the bantam flock, and they're gonna love it. We're gonna leave Captain Hook, is what we're gonna call our hookbill duck. So we're gonna leave Captain here until we get some more hookbills, and then we'll put them all together. Look, they're loving it. You're free. Yes.
Beans work out in here this year.
Oh, they did great. They're really easy to pick because they're hanging down like this. Look at that. I hardly even have to try. Just grab and pull.
Is this the most goodies we've ever harvested from our garden yet this year?
Yeah, this is a lot.
All kinds of stuff. Green beans, cucumbers, pumpkins. We got tons of tomatoes. Awesome job, guys. Woo!
We're gonna let the baby ducks swim for the first time today and meet their new friend.
What you got there?
Captain.
Captain. How you doing, Captain? Captain is about 2 months old now, has been alone, been with the other chickens, but alone as a duck for about the past month. So hopefully these ducks, as they start to grow, they'll get to be buddies with Captain.
He's pretty excited to have a big pool. As you may remember, some of these chicks had leg problems after they hatched, and they worked out their issues. They dried out and they got to walking better, and now they're just fine. You can't even tell which ones had the problems.
And that was a big relief, because sometimes when they have those issues, they'll stop moving and then they won't eat or drink and they'll just die right where they're at.
We thought it'd be fun to continue the names since we named the first one Captain Hook, that we would name them all Peter Pan names, like Peter Pan and Wendy and Smee, as soon as we figure out which ones are boys and girls.
Really excited about how this worked out this time around, getting 5 to hatch out. Of course, it's fun to always hatch out ducklings, and it's really special when there's some kind of importance to the project, like the Hookbill project. So hopefully we'll have enough next year to be able to start a breeding project with these guys and build their numbers up for us and for some other people as well.
I really like Captain's colors. I think that white and black is really pretty. These are interesting. I wonder how they're going to turn out. They're really dark.